They call 911 because their boyfriend, baby daddy, rarely ever husband, was not giving her the attention she wanted. He was out all day, comes back home, plays video games. She would call 911. He's doing this, he's doing that. And the second you walk in, you just see the guy quiet, sitting there. You know, he didn't do shit. Yeah. Well, here's where the cycle will be perpetuated. After hearing her side of the story, she's hysterical, all this, you'd look and go, you got a place you can go tonight? Can I take you to your friend's house, this and that? You coax him because you couldn't order him out of the home, but you say, hey, listen, if I come back here, I'm going to have to arrest somebody. The law, it's going to lean on you because the law always sides with women. I can't tell you how many women I knew would scratch their arms, scratch their face, all this shit. They did it on purpose. But as we would walk, not handcuff, as we would walk the black man out of his own fucking home just to go give him a ride somewhere else, you'd have these black women right in front of their kids. Look what the police doing to your daddy. You fucking, I hate it.
I know the word. I know the word. We refrain from the C word on this channel, but I know the word you're about to say.
That was it. And it's like, I can't believe you would do that. So what do these kids grow up with? They knew that their police ripped their father out of the home and they listened to the mother and they grow up with that. That's how the males, the boys are introduced to violence. If you look at the black culture specifically, it's not DNA, it's pattern recognition and learned behavior. Why do we have this culture? Urban, young, fatherless. Why do they hit women at the rate that they do? Why, when they knock you on the ground, will they stomp on your head? You see black men without any hesitation walk into a scene on somebody's video they posted up on Instagram where they just open or close fist wail on a female without any care whatsoever. I'm going to tell you that's not a male taught behavior. That's a pattern recognition that if they're going to learn it from somebody, they're going to see it from the parents if they're on scene. It's going to be taught. And I truly buy what the professor said. I wish I remember what his name was. Is that men in the household, boys grow up to be men, and they learn that violence from the mothers because the mothers can get away with it.
Wow. Well, all we could do is mentor as many children as possible as strong men. And I believe that's where coaches play a role. I had coaches involved in my life, because men and women, girls too. Like, you need a strong male in your world. You need a strong male. You need a strong influence because, like you say, it's pattern recognition. We've used that term multiple times in this podcast. Pattern recognition doesn't have to come from your parents, right? So you can see a man do good things, and you can emulate that. Like, I want to be like that guy. What does he do? How does he conduct himself? How does he treat people? And those are things that I think as a community, meaning as America, that we need to focus on. And I would like to see, I do think that youth sports can play a huge role. You hear these stories about, kids coming from the hood and getting out of it, and with football and basketball and baseball and soccer. And there's so many avenues. So I think through sport, I always say youth sports can save the world.
100%.
And people heckle me for it, but I don't think people understand that I am someone that youth sports saved. And that's the reason why I will never make money with my performance facility,